Understanding the rabbit test phrase in English. Hello everyone, and welcome to our English learning series. Today, we'll be exploring the meaning and origin of an interesting English phrase, rabbit test. This phrase might sound peculiar, especially to non-native speakers, so let's dive in and understand its context and usage. The phrase, rabbit test, refers to an old method of pregnancy testing. It originated from a medical test developed in the early 20th century, where a woman's urine was injected into a female rabbit. If the woman was pregnant, the rabbit would show certain physiological changes. It's important to note that the phrase often leads to a common misconception that the rabbit would die only if the woman was pregnant. In reality, the rabbit was killed as part of the procedure to examine its ovaries, regardless of the pregnancy result. While the actual medical test is outdated and no longer used, the phrase, rabbit test, still appears in modern English, particularly in historical or medical discussions. It's a fascinating example of how language preserves historical practices, even after the practices themselves have become obsolete. When using the phrase, it's important to understand its historical context. It's typically not used in everyday conversation but might appear in literature, historical texts, or discussions about the history of medicine. For English learners, recognizing the phrase can enrich understanding of how English evolves and preserves history. I hope this video has shed light on the curious phrase, rabbit test, and its place in the English language. Language is a window into history and culture, and understanding such phrases enhances our grasp of English as more than just a means of communication. Thanks for joining me today, and keep exploring the fascinating corners of the English language.